Hi everyone, it's Desiree and I am here with Birch Press Design, and we're going to create a, I forgot what it's called, gatefold, I think. You'll see. Okay. Last year, Birch Press came out with these beautiful layered ornaments. One of them is the Marisol. What they've come out with this year is something really cool, and it's the frames that you can put around those. And they created a frame for each of the ornaments that they came out with. They are layered, so you have your 3 parts, just as you do with the ornaments. But when it comes to the bottom one, it has this fold. It has this piece that you can fold over onto the front of your card to create that gatefold. Now I'm going to show you a different way to create that gatefold onto a card base, and then we're just going to spice it up just a little bit. So just a different way to construct this. Let's get started, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so we're going to make a gatefold card. So I start out with an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. I cut it so that it's 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to score it at 2 1/8 on each side. I'm going to make sure I'm going to use my paper creaser there and make sure that those folds are sharp, and I don't want them touching when they fold in. I want just that little bit of gap there. I'm going to start layering the frame for Marisol, and what's great is there are dies for each of the ornaments that they had come out with last year. So I'm using a gold glitter cardstock, a red glitter cardstock, and an ivory. And I'm just layering those up. Now, what's nice is with one of the layers, and I believe, yes, it's layer C, you have that tab that comes off the side. So you could actually have this be the gatefold on the front of your card. So you would just need a panel 4 1/4 by 5.5, and then you'd be able to wrap that around so that you can have those 2 sides come in. I chose not to do that this way. I will be, once the glue has set for these pieces, I'll be cutting that away, just cutting along the layered pieces that I'm adding up on top. I did want to wait to do that because, again, I'm gluing on glitter cardstock, and that usually takes just a little bit to make sure that your adhesive sticks. Now, whenever I am a liquid adhesive person, that's because I believe I am challenged against tape runners, very much so, that I just tend to go towards the liquid adhesive. To me, it's permanent, it adheres great, or I like to use double-sided tape. But when it comes to glitter cardstock, it is best. I do recommend liquid adhesive because it can get down into those crevices instantaneously. As you're pushing down, you have that. Now I'm using the same colors, the ivory, the red, and gold glitter, and I reversed them for the ornament portion. Now I'm not going to put a top on that ornament. I'm just going to let that be the focal point. And you can see I'm just going to cut along that edge. I keep my scissors at a slight angle as I'm cutting up that side, not to cut into the ivory panel itself. I'm going to grab some of my twine. This is some very thin twine. And I'm actually, when I was looking at this die, I see these holes. And I thought that it would be perfect because when you create a gatefold, you want to have, we usually create belly bands that go around them so that it'll stay shut until the recipient receives it. When I saw these holes, I thought it would be perfect to thread some, to thread some string, in this case, a twine, through those holes, and this is going to become our closure. So I'm making sure they're even, and then I'm putting a piece of double-sided tape along that string line to hold that string in place. Because again, this is going to be something that's going to be tugged on and it's going to be pulled in. I'm now going to take these panels and I'm going to glue them down. Of course, I'm going to forget to remove the backing paper from the double-sided tape, which would help secure it in place, but that's okay. I'm going to place them on each of the panels, making sure that the strings are out of my way. I want to make sure that I don't glue them underneath because, you know, and here's where I remember to take that release paper off. To make sure that they don't get caught underneath these panels, because that would be something that I would do. To line them up, it's very easy when you do it this way, because as that flap is folded up, you'll be able to line it up onto your table to have that gap. There's just a small gap in between these two, which I think is perfect. I'm going to put glue on one side, and then I'm going to set my ornament in the center of that. Now, you don't want to go right up to the edge because this ornament's just a little bit smaller than the opening, which I think is great. It just creates that frame. All you have to do is grab the strings and tie your bow on the front. I like the way that the strings are crossing into and coming into that bow. So that just adds another element. So with the twine and all the glitter paper, there's not much more that you need to do to embellish these pieces, and your card is all set to go. And the ornament stays on one side. So I thought this was just really fun. A different way to use the dies. Now, you don't have to create the gatefold. You could just glue these directly onto your card front, and it would still give you a beautiful design. And then develop that way, you could have that string there, and that would hold the ornament in place as well. As always, I hope you enjoyed today's project with Birch Press Design, featuring their frame dies for their ornaments. And I'm sure you'll come up with so many creative ways to use these. As always, the products that I use will be listed down below in the video description. And if you have any questions, please make sure you leave those down below as well. And I will be getting back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe, be part of my group here, and make sure you hit that thumbs up and ring the bell so that hopefully YouTube will notify you when the next video is live. I hope you all are getting excited like I am. My Christmas series for 2021 for you guys is just around the corner, so I hope you're just as excited as I am. I've been having fun putting together all of the products. Continue to enjoy your day and enjoy this process, but most of all, remember what's most important. Always be creative. Until the next video, guys, take care.